Bhagavat-pada Shankaram Lokashankaram Yo Nityam Achyutapadapuja Yugmalopa Ramohanas Taditarani Vidani Guru Bhagavatosya Dayeka Ramanujasya Charanau Sharanam Prapatti Ramanujayapatam Vairagya Puritam Srimad Venkatanatharyam Vande Vedanta Vedikam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Brinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay, very good. So now, right, okay. So today I'm going to ask you some stories, okay? And whatever stories I'm asking each person, whoever remembers, they're going to tell those stories, okay? These are the stories which we have discussed in the last few classes. So whom shall we start with? Satvik, are you ready? Who's ready? Dhanya's ready? No? Who wants to go first? Saishri?
லாஸ்ட் ரெண்டு கிளாஸ் வந்து நான் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணதுனால
That's okay. You can tell, I will ask you some other stories which we have discussed in the previous classes. Right? Okay? Okay. Then Sai Shri now will be telling us the story of Namadeva. Shall we go? Right? Okay. The story of Namadeva and Panduranga, Sai Shri will tell today. Okay? Let's start. Yeah, Sai Shri.
ஒரு நாள் வந்து அவங்க அம்மா
Can you try English? Can you try in English so that other children will also listen to you and they'll recall the story? Okay, try, just try. Yeah. Huh. Are you there, Saishri? Okay, I think she got dropped out. So, Kritika, can you go next? Can you tell us the story of Narasimha Swami? The Hiranya Kashipu Vadam. The story of Prahalada and Narasimha Swami. Can you tell us? Hello? Saishri, you're back? Saishri, unmute. Yeah. Unmute. Unmute and get started. You're, I think, in mute. Okay, who is with Satik? You're ready? There's no one who is telling us any story. Can you start? No. Can you, last class, I think last class or the class before, we discussed the story of Tatakavadam. Only you and Anirudh were there and Anish was there. You didn't attend the class. Okay, so others didn't attend the class. I told you on that class, right, that the story of Tatakavadam And from Ramayana, you should be telling it to others. So can you tell that story so that others can listen? What happened? You can drop and join again, Saishri. Drop off and join again. Maybe then you'll be able to unmute.
No.
Hmm. Ready, Satvik? Yes or no?
No, Mataji.
You don't remember the story of Tatakavadam?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, what did we discuss? Rama? See, if you don't remember the stories, then what is the very use of saying the stories to you? What happened? Who came to Dashratha's court? Who asked
Cool.
for Rama?
Vishwamitra.
Very good, Vishwamitra. Then did Dashratha give Rama or not?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, initially he was reluctant. Then what happened? Then the Kulaguru of Dashratha, who is the Kulaguru of Dashratha and
Vishwamitra.
Rama?
Vishwamitra.
Vashishta.
Shivashita.
Vashishta said to Dashratha that you send Rama with Vishwamitra. Then Dashratha gave Rama to Vishwamitra. Then Vishwamitra, one second. Let me try to unmute. Okay, Shashi, you can unmute later. Let's see the Startaka Vadam story of Ramayana. Right? So Rama grew up. He went to the school. He completed all his education, and then one day Vishwamitra came to Dashratha's court, and he asked for Rama, saying, "Give me that Rama of yours who has the Kakapaksham, who has the curled hair in the forehead." Right? Then Rama, initially Dashratha was reluctant because Dashratha thought that Rama is a little boy. How can I give my little boy to fight Rakshasas and Rakshasis? But then the Kulaguru of Dashratha, who is Vashishta, told Dashratha that you send Rama with Vishwamitra. Then Rama and Lakshmana both went with Vishwamitra and they rested in the forest at the night. In the morning, while waking up Rama, what did Vishwamitra say? What did Vishwamitra say?
Kausalya Subraja Ram.
Very good, Kritika. Kausalya, Supraja, Rama. He called Rama. Hey, Rama, wake up. We have a lot of duties to do. We have to go inside the forest and destroy the Rakshasanas and Rakshasis who are troubling me to not conduct the yajna. Only if they are punished, we will be able to proceed and conduct the yajna, which is very fruitful and is good for a lot of people, right? Then Rama and Lakshmana started walking. They went into the forest. And then who did they come across? Satvik.
Pandava. She is a Rakshasi, ma'am.
Rakshasi. What is the name of the Rakshasi?
Pandava.
Tataka.
Tanaka.
Tataka is the name of the Rakshasi. So now what did Vishwamitra tell Rama?
Go
Oh,
and
fight
go
with
and
the
fight with
Tanaka.
her.
Yeah, to go and fight with the Rakshasi and kill that Rakshasi. So when Vishwamitra told this to Rama, Rama had a question in his mind immediately. What was that question? What did he
She
ask
is a
Vishwamitra?
woman. How to kill her in Sanatana Dharma? We should not trouble a woman, right? He raised a question.
Very good. It is not a good practice to,
Trouble a woman.
physically assault women or physically fight with women or trouble them. Right? You should not trouble women. You should uh, maintain respect and treat women with respect. Right? That is what every dharma teaches us. So how can I kill a woman even though she is a Rakshasi? This was Rama's question to Vishwamitra. Then what was Vishwamitra's answer to it?
She
She is a Rakshasi.
she
In
will kill
Dharma,
the
we
woman,
can't kill
pregnant
women, but in
ladies,
she is
and she
Rakshasi.
will eat that womb.
Rakshasi, and she did
Child.
many pap. A pop, ma'am. Pop things like killing.
She's a Rakshasi is fine. But how did Vishwamitra justify it?
She
Kritika's
killed.
answer is right.
She will killed. She will kill the pregnant ladies, and she will take out the womb child from her stomach, and she will eat it.
See, correct. When a woman, uh, what are the qualities of? There are a lot of qualities. A woman is Shakti. A woman is like Kali. A woman is also a beautiful mother, right? So motherliness is one of the most adored qualities or admired qualities in a woman throughout the world, right? Motherliness is a very much admired quality in women. But what does Tataka do? She kills and eats up people. And when she encounters or sees a pregnant woman, she kills the woman, removes the fetus, the baby, from the woman's stomach, removes that fetus, and she eats it up. For her, it's a delicious food. Whenever you see a little baby, beautiful baby on the road, or someone is carrying their baby, the baby looks beautiful, a little baby. What do? You'll play. Then you'll lift him up. You'll play with him, right? You'll love him a lot. Conjuming, right? You love him, love her, whatever, who are he or she. Now, what does that? That is the why. Why do you do that? Because that shows the love in your heart, right? That shows the love in your heart. That shows your tenderness. That shows your good quality. But what does Tataka do? She kills and eats up people. When she sees a woman also who is pregnant, also she doesn't spare that woman. She kills that woman, takes out the fetus from her womb, and swallows it up. She doesn't have any motherly quality, and she doesn't have any tenderness at heart. She doesn't have empathy. She doesn't care as a human being. So she is not even considered a woman. That's what is the answer that Vishwamitra gives to Rama. Irrespective of gender, see, Dharma says that you have to treat people in a certain way. If someone is a guru, you have to obey them, you have to respect them, and always do service to them, right? If someone is your parent, your father or mother, you have to be very respectful to them, you have to love them, and you have to walk on the path of their guidance. If someone is your wife or husband, you have to treat them in a good way. You have to give them equal opportunities, adjust with them, and live a life of love with them, right? So, this is what Dharma says. But when someone has the qualities of a Rakshasa or Rakshasi, this is something that is called as Apatkala Dharma. It's like Dharma at the stage of emergency, right? When someone has a quality of Rakshasa or Rakshasi, they cannot be even considered a human being. So, in that case, in those days, they were punishable, and Rama was the king. So, Rama was asked to kill the Rakshasa. These days, what happens? People file a police case, give a police complaint, and they take people to the court so that they can be punished by law, right? So, when someone crosses the line and goes beyond the qualities defined in Dharma, they are punishable because they treat others with disrespect, they harm others, and all that. So Vishwamitra answers Rama saying, do you think a woman who kills the pregnant woman and consumes their fetus like this, do you think such a Rakshasi can be called a woman? No. She is there are no questions of sparing her in the name of a woman. She needs to be punished. And once Rama hears this answer, he agrees and he kills the Rakshasi, Tataka, and then they proceed further, walking into the forest to reach the ashrama of Vishwamitra. Okay, right, very good. This is what we have seen in Ramayana till now. Now, Satvik, can you tell the story of Ardhanarishwara? That also we discussed in the previous
Yes,
class.
Mataji.
So,
There,
Satvik will tell the story, you can listen.
there
Ah,
was one king. The king name was uh,
there was no king. What was the story?
Satyadev. I remember story. I can tell like summary, Mataji. Can like summary
Tell the summary.
of the story about the marriage of Shiva and Parvati Devi.
It
The
was not
Parvati,
about the no, it was not about the marriage of Shiva and Parvati. What was the story of how? Why did Shiva take a form of Ardhanarishwara?
one day when Rishi came to Kailasam and he's a big
Listen, then yeah,
bhakta of
next you have to tell the story.
he is
Huh?
big he's big
Listen
bhakta
to the
of
story.
Shiva. So
1 second, Satvik. Are
Pradakshan.
you listening or not? Satvik is telling the story. You have to listen to it. Okay? Satvik, tell us.
His protection only to the Lord Shiva, not to Parvati.
Can you tell from the starting again? From the start.
One day when Rishi came to the
Hmm.
Kailasam, and
Okay.
then he's a big bhakta of his big devotee of Shiva, so
Okay.
he did protection of only for Shiva. Seeing this,
Okay.
Parvati Mata felt very sad. After
Okay.
seeing this, the Shiva asked why you are very sad. Then
Hmm.
Parvati told he's a big bhakta and
Okay.
he's just doing of the uh, for the production, but not for me. I'm
Hmm.
your I'm your wife. So
Hmm.
again, Shiva took off of body of him and off of Parvati.
Hmm.
Then Ardhanishwara form. Then the Rishi confused.
Hmm.
I should do production for Shiva or Parvati.
Okay.
Then
Hmm.
he realized his mistake and told for Parvati sorry. And then
Okay.
he did production for both and over.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now one thing. What is the name of the rishi? Brinji. Brinji is the name of the rishi. Brinji. Did you understand the story? What is the story? Danya. Hmm. What is the story? What is the name of the story? We are discussing about the story of. Okay. Whatever you understood, you tell. Hmm. Saishri, you understood the story? No. Who understood the story? Who can repeat it for me? Anyone? Kritika?
Yes, Mataji.
Can you tell the story again? Then I will listen. Yeah.
There was a rishi named Brinji. One day
Hmm.
he went to Kailasham and
Okay.
he prayed to Lord Shiva. He went to the temple of Lord Shiva. He
Okay.
prayed to Lord Shiva and he thought that this Shiva is mine. Why should I pray to Parvati?
Okay.
Then he prayed and he did only protection of Shiva.
Very good.
Then
Okay.
Parvati felt sad. Parvati felt very disappointed, and
Hmm.
she went to Lord Shiva and told. By seeing
Hmm.
this, Lord Shiva came into merged into half half part of Shiva and half part of Parvati.
Very good. Okay. What is that form called as?
Ardhanarishwar.
Ardhanarishwara.
Then
Very good. Okay. Hmm. Ha, complete it. Ha.
the Nageshwara. Mm. He thought that how now he thought how I should only pradakshina for Shiva, right? He thought, and then he realized that Parvati is also Shiva,
Hmm.
but both are same only. And
Hmm.
he realized and he did pradakshina for both of them.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. Now, superb. Daniel, now did you understand? Ha. Now can you tell again what do you understand? You tell us somebody.
Okay.
Ha. Hmm. 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 Pay veteran. He is praying to Lord Shiva. Then what happened? You forget the name. I'll tell you the name later. Story alone you tell. Hmm. Okay, Saishri, you understood the story? Anyone else, Ritvika? Okay, fine. Go back and watch the recording of the class so that you can listen to these stories. Will you watch the recording? Are you watching the recordings? The class? You have to watch, no? Watch the recordings of the previous classes. Okay, Danya, can you tell me the story of Vaman Avatar?
Mata.
Hmm. Okay, he was a Raja. Hmm. Okay, name you leave. What did that Raja do? Hmm. Hmm. See, no one remembers the stories. Ha, Satvik. You remember the story of Vaman Avatara?
Yes, Mataji.
Ha, very good. Tell. Listen, Danya. Satvik is telling the story. Listen.
In one kingdom, one king was there. His name is Bali Chakravarti.
Very good. Ha.
He was very like egoistic, and he thought I can get anything for anyone.
Very
One
good.
day
He's
Swami came
egoistic
as a
and he
avatar man.
thought he can give anything to anyone. Ah, next. Okay.
Swami came as a Avtaram like catching an umbrella catching umbrella. He came to the Bali Chakravarti and asked 3 feet of land.
Very good. Swami Bhagavan Krishna came as a Brahmana
Boy.
small little Brahman boy who was very short with an umbrella to Bali Chakravarti's court. And Swami
And he
asked
asked
him
3 feet.
3 feet of land. Very good. Okay, next what happened?
After the and Bali Chakravarti told to take, so he first like he kept on earth, next on universe, and third and Bali Chakravarti.
Very good. So, Bali Chakravarti thought that this little boy is asking just the 3 feet of land, which is very easy to give. He thought that I am the king of this world, I can give anyone anything. But then Bhagavan, from a little boy, grew into a giant, such a way that the entire earth was occupied by 1 feet
One
of
step
his.
of
The second feet occupied the entire like sky,
universe.
the universe. And then he asked, where should I keep the third feet? Bali
Bali
Chakravarti
Chakravarti
realized that
realized
Told
and
keep on me.
I have been egoistic,
keep on my head
it's
small.
the wrong thing to do. I might have a lot of things that I can give to others, but I should never have an ego that I have everything because whatever I have is given by Bhagavan. If he wishes, he can take it back. Nothing is permanently mine. He realized his mistake, and then he said to Bhagavan that as a symbol of destroying my ego, you keep the third leg on my head. This is the Vamana Avataram story. Okay. Now, okay, Ritvika dropped off. Huh? I thought I'll ask her something. Uh, if you're able to unmute now, Saishri, can you try telling the story of Namadeva? Are you able to unmute, Saishri? Okay, wait, let's see. Are you able to? Okay, she dropped off. Okay. Ritvika, can you tell the story of Matsya Avataram? The first story that we discussed of Bhagavan coming as Matsya Avataram. Ah, Ritvika, can you try? Hello, Ritvika, can you unmute? Huh. Do you remember the story of Matsya Avatara?
No.
Okay. Kurma Avatara? Varaha? Is there any story that we have discussed in the previous classes that you remember that you can tell us?
A previous class I am not joined.
Okay, previous one class you didn't join. Before that, you would have joined many other classes, no? Any one story can you tell that we have discussed? Huh. Which story? You don't remember even one story you don't remember? Can you tell us Narasimha Avataram story? Do you remember the story of Anda? Any story you remember? Anything that we have discussed? Not even one. Okay. Can you sing any bhajan that we have practiced? Any one bhajan?
Radhe Radhe.
Sing Radhe Radhe.
राधे 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 गोविंद बृंदावन चंद बृंदावन चंद अनंतनाथ वीणा बंधु राधे गोविंद अनंतनाथ वीणा बंधु राधे गोविंद नंद कुमार रमणिक चोला राधे गोविंद नंद कुमार रमणिक चोला राधे गोविंद बृंदावन चंद बृंदावन चंद अनंतनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद अनंतनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद पंडरीनाथ पांडुरंग राधे गोविंद पंडरीनाथ पांडुरंग राधे गोविंद बृंदावन चंद बृंदावन चंद अनंतनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद अनंतनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद जय जय विठ्ठल जय हरि विठ्ठल राधे गोविंद जय जय विठ्ठल जय हरि विठ्ठल राधे गोविंद वृंदावन चंद अनंतनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद अनंतनाथ दीना बंधु राधे गोविंद.
Okay, very good. Super. Okay, see, you people are not listening to the recordings and you're not remembering the stories, then there is no use of learning it, right? There's no use of learning the song if you don't practice. There's no use of learning the story if you don't remember. I understand that you're small kids, so it's really difficult to remember a lot of stories. But then, if you're not able to remember the name, it's still okay. But at least the summary of the story you have to remember. Say, for example, if I say the story of Vamana Avatara, it's okay that if you forget the king's name was Bali Chakravarti. But you should remember that Swami came as a small little boy and asked for 3 feet of land to a king who was egoistic. That you should remember. When I say Vamana Avatara, you should remember that. Right? When I say Matsya Avatara, immediately you should remember that he came as a fish. It's okay that you forget the name of the king, right? But you should remember he came as a fish and he saved a lot of the species and the good people who had to be saved in the time of Pralayam, and the entire world was getting, submerged in the sea. Those little number of good people who were had to be saved, they were saved by the Matsya, the big fish. The fish became bigger and bigger day by day, which grew in the pot of the king. All these you should remember, even if you forget the name. When I say Kurma, you should remember that he came as a tortoise. And there was this Samudra Manthan between the Devas and Asuras, and they were trying to extract Amrita. All this you have to remember, right? At least the summary of the story, the backbone of the story, you have to remember, even if you forget the details or names. If I say Narsimhavatara, it's okay if you forget the details of the name of Hiranyakashipu. If you forget, that's okay. If you forget the details of what and all he asked to Brahma when he was doing a tapa, that I should not be killed by this, I should not be killed by that, I should not be killed there, I should not be killed here. So many details, if you don't remember, it's okay. But the minimum thing that you should remember is he came as Hiranyakashipu. There was a Rakshasa called Hiranyakashipu who had a son who was a Bhakta, Prahalada. If you don't remember the name of the Bhakta Prahalada, it's okay. But there was a king who had a son who was a Bhakta of Narayana, and Narayana came as Narasimha Swami with half lion and half human to save that Bhakta. At least that you should remember, right? And that's the very point of listening to Bhagavan's stories. When you go to a temple, when you stand before a Narasimha Vigraha, you should not be blank that there is some stone statue with the head like a lion and body like a human. There's some random statue. You should not stand there. When you see Swami, what should come to your mind? That fierce form of his that broke out of a pillar just for a little boy who believed in him. That is what should come to your mind, right? Otherwise, there's no use of learning the story of Swami who came as Narasimha, right? Then, so like, even if you don't remember the name of Namadeva, Panduranga, at least you should know that there was one little boy who became the best friend of Krishna at a very young age and sang a lot of songs on Krishna, who was in the form of Panduranga, right? A lot of abhangas. That you should remember, right or not? At
Yes, ma'am.
least if you don't remember the king name and the queen's name, all those Richika, Satyavati, Renuka, Devi, all that if you forget, at least you should know that Bhagavan gave his Shakti in the form of Parashurama, who killed all the unjusticeful and bad kings on our land with his parachute. So at least that you should remember about Parashurama. And Ramayana we are seeing. So we have been very slowly we are going through Ramayana, each and every section. How Dashratha had a daughter, how she was married off, then how Dashratha wanted children again because he was feeling lonely, then how he conducted the yajna, then how was the prasadam split amongst his three main wives, who was Kaushalya, Sumitra, and Kaikeyi, and Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna, how they were born, right? And how they were sent to school, and how they got educated, how they played, and why Kuni Mantra started hating Rama, then how he went into the forest with Vishwamitra, how Tataka was killed. If you remember all this only, I can proceed further. I'll tell you how Tataka had two sons, Maricha and Subahu. Those are also the main Rakshasas who were troubling the rishis. Rishi Vishwamitra, they were troubling him and not allowing him to conduct his yajna. Now Rama has to fight with those Rakshasas. Only if you remember Tataka's story, you'll be able to connect, that she had two sons who was Subahu Maricha. You should remember Maricha. Now tomorrow in the next class, if I tell you the story of how Rama killed or fought with Subahu and Maricha to help Vishwamitra to conduct his yajna, only if you remember that, then following the story when we'll come to the Yuddha Kanda, or before that Aranya Kanda, when both Rama and Sita are in the forest, Maricha comes in the form of a deer. Yeah. Only if you remember that what happened to Subahu and Maricha, how Maricha ran away, at that point, you will remember that Maricha again comes into the story as a golden deer, right? At least that you should remember. Hmm? So, okay, let's do this. Uh, in the next class, Kritika will tell me the story of uh, Narasimha Avatar. Okay, we'll fix the stories. Next weekend, as I said, we don't have a class, so we will attend the. No, I will fix the story for you. So we will attend next Sunday. It's not there. So you have 2 weeks to go through the recordings and do practice. Okay. So in the next week, Kritika is going to tell me the Narasimha Avataram story. And what song will you sing? Can you sing Ramanama Vembu for me? Practice income. Ramanama Vembu.
Yes, Mataji.
The next class I'm
I'll
saying,
sing.
not next Sunday. Upcoming Sunday. Okay. Right? So Kritika will sing Ramanama Vembu and she's going to say us the story of Narasimha Avtara. Okay. And Satvik will say the story of Namadeva and
Yes,
Panduranga,
Mataji.
the story of Panduranga and Namadeva, and you're going to sing Achyutam Keshavam for me. The first four paragraphs of Achyutam Keshavam. Is that
Okay,
good?
Mataji.
You can
Yes.
listen to the last class recording, right? We have sung Achyutam Keshavam n number of times. First four para alone,
First for
right?
Vegas.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Villapa. Krishna Govinda Sri Rama Narayana. Then that para alone you can sing. Okay, first four paras, Achyutam Keshavam and Namadeva story. Ritvika, Ritvika, next class, can you tell us the Matsya Avatara story? Okay, can you practice, listen and come? Huh? Can you tell the Matsya can you unmute Kanna? Vika, are you there? Can you unmute? Khanna? Ritika, are you able to hear me? Ritvika, can you unmute Kana? Hello. Are you there? I don't know what. Okay. Rania should tell me the story of Andal. Next class. Go and watch the recording. I told you the story, no? I told you the story. If you missed the class, you should go and watch the recording. Okay, you tell the story of Purandaradasa. Purandaradasa story, and which song will you sing? You will sing Ashutosh Shashanka Shekhar. You have to. You came to we practiced the Ashutosh Shashanka Shekhar song over 3 classes. Right? What you can go, there are YouTube recordings that I have shared in the Balvikas group. Listen to the recording, practice the song, and come back. First 4 paras alone you sing. 1, 2, 3. Okay? First 4 paras. We have practiced, right? So next class, Danya will be singing Ashutosh Shashank Shekhar and will be saying the story of Purandaradasa. Okay? Okay? Done. Okay. Now Ritvika, you there? Can you unmute? Kana. Can you unmute? Kana. Next class, can you tell us the story of Matsya Avatara? Can you go watch the recording and come back? Can you tell us the story of Matsya Avatara? Very good. Okay. And can you sing Atma Rama next class? Next class, can you sing? Yes or no?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. So next class, you practice Atma Rama and also listen to the Matsyavatara story. It's there in the first recording and second recording. You can listen. First class recording or second class recording, if you listen, you will get the Matsyavatara story there. So listen to that recording, and in next class, Ritvika is going to tell us the Matsyavatara story and sing Atma Rama song. Kritika is going to tell us the Narsimha Avatara story and sing Rama Nama Vembo. Satvik is going to tell us the Namadeva story and sing Achyutam Keshavam, first 4 paras. Danya is going to tell the story of Purandara Dasa, that pawnbroker. Do you remember? Very good. That Purandara Dasa story, Danya is going to tell, and she is going to sing Ashutosh Shashank. Very good. Okay. See, this is not like an exam. No one is going to give you marks, right? But when you listen to the story, if you forget the story, tomorrow when you grow up, when you have your kids, how will you tell the story to your kids? Huh? Right? And whenever you go to the temple and you see Swami in front of you, what do? You will not remember the stories, right? But if you remember the stories, you can enjoy his presence. When you see Narasimha Avatara, what will come to your mind? Bhakta Prahlada Swami will come to your mind, right? So you can enjoy the presence of Bhagavan. So just try to recall the stories, enjoy the stories, and next class you will be telling the stories to everyone. Okay? I'll tell you. Okay. Okay, Rana. Hare Krishna. We'll end the class.
Mataji,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
How Veerabhadra from? Veerabhadra.
Veerabhadra comes in the Sati getting into the fire, the Daksha Yajna, it comes there. We'll discuss the story some other day. Okay? First, whatever stories we have discussed till now, I want you people to remember those. So that's why I want to recall for everyone to recall all the stories. So we'll do this for the next class or one or two more classes. We'll do this. You have 2 weeks time. Next class next Sunday. There's no class. The upcoming Sunday only you have. So 2 weeks time is there. Slowly go listen to the recording, recall the story. The next class you have to come back and tell the story and sing the song. Okay, very good, Kana. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna